Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the welterweight bout between Takashi Sato versus Bryan Battle. And how this one right here between Sato versus Battle is, I'm going to battle, I'm going to say high confidence. Why not? High confidence. He's jumping down the weight. That's a concern. He's not the most technical fighter. That's a concern. But on Takashi Sato's side, he's not the most technical fighter either. I think his hands are sharper and stuff, or at least his left hand is sharper. What I would say in pretty much every single video I see of Takashi Sato, every prediction since I first, I think what is called his first fight as far as in the UFC, his debut, I said this man is a one-handed fighter. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter, but he's a one-handed fighter, and that's definitely going to keep you from elevating. Bryan Battle on the side, I still feel like he's very much a developing fighter, but still look rough and not fully fleshed out. Like he's still developing like a baby deer sometimes out there, baby gazelle, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he's the Ultimate Fighter winner, riding some good steam. Takashi Sato is like the blueprints are already out there. You get taken down, submitted, or taken down, control, or literally just take away that one hand, and then you got a pretty vulnerable fighter. He got some power. He got he's got one good left hand. That's about it. That's all Sato is. I mean, he's got a well-rounded skill set like everyone else does at this point in this time. But relatively speaking, the most dangerous tool and everything. The only thing people really worrying about is that left hand. That's about it. That's literally all it is. So Bryan Battle, I feel like he's confident enough to shut down that one hand, and he make the one thing good about Bryan Battle. He may not be the most pretty, most technical fighter. Like even at the highest level, you can look at Aljamain Sterling. You're not gonna look at, oh, this is how you supposed to strike like Aljamain Sterling. You're not gonna say that. Aljamain Sterling, literally a world champion, a defense over the guy y'all love to say is the best striker in all of MMA history, and Peter Yan, had a good bit of striking against him. But anyway, this is not pure striking. This is an MMA match, so I don't know. It's wrinkles you could play by on it. And I feel like that's what Bryan Battle's gonna do. It's like his footwork ain't the prettiest, his striking ain't the prettiest, but he does have footwork. He does move laterally pretty well. A little bit awkward, but pretty well. Has lateral motion. He throws up. He mixes up with uses both hands. Not a one-handed fighter, but also like I said, he's not no power-handed, heavy-handed dude anyway. So uses both hands. Ain't like it's no big danger or threat, but he puts it out there. So he uses both of his hands. Uses lateral motion, circles well, and he'll mix in the kicks low, high. And I feel like he does have grappling. Even though you look at the stats right now, he hasn't been doing all that well. He's been losing every wrestling match, at least on like statistically. But overall, he's undefeated as far as in the UFC on the Ultimate Fighter. So he's been winning. Like he might have been losing these wrestling exchanges, but he's been winning the fight. So that's all that matters. I just feel like against Takashi Sato, he'll be the taller man, longer man, younger man, throwing more tools up there and just avoiding the power of Sato. I kind of see more decision victory. A submission might be on there. I feel like there's good odds on submission, but I'm gonna say like decision. Just out there, just keeping Sato honest out there. Like moving, never being stationary, throwing his kicks up there, throwing his strikes up there. Filling up the space, filling up the time. With this volume and keeping Sato busy, and not being able to find the range on that left hand. And then like probably mixing some cage. When Sato starts to really get close with that left hand, be the duck under, pin him to the cage, and just drain some time off the clock. Make his arms stiff, trying to peel him off him, and then go back there, pot shot and throwing little kicks in there, throwing little punches in there, piling volume, and beating Sato to a decision. So in this fight, I got Bryan Battle via decision.